Kevin and Derek here with the Kostoff team at Sunflower Bank. Derek, we've got a lot of clients right now who are trying to get into our marketplace, and usually one of the best places to get in is condominiums because they're a little less expensive.
Right, absolutely. When you're looking at a single family house, the American dream, right? Prices in Denver have gone up quite a bit in the past 5 or 7 years. So first-time home buyers, great place to start. You can do the trade-up thing in a couple years, or people going the other way. Yeah. Hey, my kids are in college and I don't need 4,000 square feet anymore.
I want maintenance-free living.
Right.
And there's some really cool projects out there right now that allow for maintenance-free living, a lot of amenities with that. We've got a lot of, I'm thinking of one right across the highway here from us that has a valet and they wash your cars. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, actually, I may be thinking about moving. But it also hits home for us on the first-time home buyer with both of our daughters getting to the age they may be looking at their first place pretty soon.
Right. You have to be aware of what's happening out there, though, with condos, right? Because you have an HOA, you're paying, some amount of money for the HOA fees, and you need to make sure that that HOA is solvent. You need to make sure that for resale, that complex that you're considering buying into is warrantable.
Right.
What does that mean?
And they refer to condominium these as common interest communities, and it means that everybody's insurance is shared, their taxes are shared. It's all one umbrella in a lot of ways. You're paying for the amenities of a pool, of a valet, of all of that stuff.
Right.
You're paying together into one pot, and then those pay out. So you need to be really involved with your HOA when you buy into one of these common interest communities.
Right. These big companies, HOA companies, run multiple business units, right? All over the city, all over the state. And then they pass information down to your HOA board, volunteer board, who may or may not be versed in all of the real estate knowledge that's needed for that job.
And in most cases, I would suggest they are not. They are just a volunteer. They work at the local car dealership, or they work as an insurance agent or something like that. Right. They may not understand the entirety of real estate, but that's why they have the management company, is that the management company is there to educate them on things that affect their project.
Right. So why is it important to have a warrantable condo versus a non-warrantable condo?
Well, we covered the whole idea of warrantable and non-warrantable in our prior video, but without going into too much detail, it is a Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac requirement of a condominium project that gauges the health of the project. We want warrantable because non-warrantable means it is, in their opinion, not healthy enough for them to do a loan in.
So then what you're telling me is if I own a condo and it's warrantable and I go to sell that, my pool of prospective buyers is much bigger because it can go Fannie, Freddie, FHA, VA, or cash. If it's not warrantable, then I lose part of that pool of prospective buyers. Is that right?
That's exactly it. And the more potential buyers you have, the more the value of your property increases.
Makes perfect sense. And since it's the largest asset that I have, I want to make sure that that value continues to grow over time.
People are getting involved with their HOAs. You want to ask questions, because a lot of things that seem like common sense things to do could actually really hurt your HOA and your value of your property. For instance, one of the things that we see right now is that insurance for these projects is going up, as all of ours are, but in a way to cut the costs of that, they're increasing their deductible from 5% to 10% in many cases. This makes a project from warrantable to non-warrantable, and thus cutting the number of eligible buyers for your property.
Litigation is another one. If you're buying in a condo complex that's 25 years old and there's some cracked concrete Do you go after the guy who poured the concrete 25 years ago and try and sue him to replace the concrete, or do you just replace the concrete?
Right, because again, if there's any litigation, even if it's something that doesn't affect the structure of the property, like a sidewalk, it can be extremely difficult to get a loan from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac done in that property, because what they have determined over time in many, many situations is that whenever there's litigation, that means special assessment coming to the homeowners.
Right.
And lastly, with regards to that, all of you homeowners out there that have condos or in the midst of buying a condominium, always talk to your insurance agent for when you're getting your homeowner's policy about a special assessment rider. They're fairly cheap and they can save you a lot of money.
Right. So if you're looking to purchase a condo as a first-time home buyer, if you're looking to downsize from your McMansion to a facility that has amenities and you can lock it up and go to Scottsdale for the weekend, give us a call ahead of time. Let us walk you through the do's and don'ts. Let us take a look at some prospective properties for you to make sure that your money is going to be safe when you make that purchase.
And in even more basic terms, let us look at it to make sure it is a condominium and we can educate you. Kevin and Derek here at the Kostoff Team, Sunflower Bank.